It is the football version of chocolate or ice cream, but we're doing it transfer styly, and we're giving Janusz Michallik a would you rather scenario. Now, the rules are that there are no rules, so there are no contract issues. You've got as much money as you want, and we are asking you which player you would prefer. So we will start with Dayot Upamecano or David Alaba.
Yeah. Look, and age sometimes comes into it, and in some it does and some it doesn't, right? Because I'm one of those that my plan of building a team is not 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years. I want to win right now, because the big clubs, that's what they have to do, right? I mean, gone are the days when managers were asking for time, and then I understand why they want to do it, and I also know that these things don't happen overnight. But I'm going with Alaba on this one. Upamecano has time, of course. He's still developing. He's still not a finished article, by the way. Yes, potential is there, and he can walk into teams right now and still play an important part. But when I look at Alaba and winner's mentality, he's won everything there's to be won, of course, with Bayern Munich. Look at the position he's played, not just for Bayern Munich, but also for Austria as well, for his country. So center back, he can be a left back. He's played in the midfield very, very often, not just for Bayern, but for Austria, as I mentioned. He is at a perfect age still, only 28 years old. I think by the looks of it, he's hungry. Maybe he wants to move on because he recognizes that he's done everything at Bayern Munich. So for Upamecano, there's a lot of buzz, and I like him. But I think I've told you this, but anybody that knows me, if I had a choice at Leipzig, I would have gone for Ibrahima Konate, because I actually think, he's also a Frenchman, also young. They know each, and I like him better. It's just that, Ibrahima Konate is injured a lot lately as well, but I think he's just as good. And, we're not going to get on here, but so Alaba it is, and Upamecano, I'm sure if somebody goes for him, he's going to turn out to be a great player. But experience first for me at this moment.
Let's see if you go with the Frenchman in the next pairing. Would you rather Paul Pogba or Jack Grealish?
Oh, I go Grealish. Yeah, there's just more to him. I think. Look, Paul Pogba is funny because I think we love him, we hate him, we love him, we hate him. It depends, where you are. I mean, I've loved him at Juventus, but of course he was surrounded by great players, and he needs that. There's a reason why he was so good at Juventus at France, right? I mean, if you look at Juventus, Claudio Marchisio, my goodness, he'd allow him to do just about anything. You have Pirlo in behind, you have that diamond system, of course, with Arturo Vidal, who at that time was just a machine, right? You go to France, not only do you have in front of you the Mbappes of the world and Griezmanns and all of that, but next to you, you have N'Golo Conte, who's going to be running for you, and let's not forget Matuidi when he was at his best. So, look, I think that Grealish single-handedly kept Villa in the Premier League last year. Now Villa is a little bit better. He continues to be the most important player. The way he carries the ball is probably one of the best out there. He really is. Get your free kicks. Some will say, "Oh, he's diving." Yeah. Forget, even if he's not diving, if you think that, he still gets you a ton. And I just think the calmness, one of those players that in traffic or not, he can do just about anything. He can find you, he could pick out a cross, he can score a goal, set pieces, or he's fine with it. And Paul Pogba, look, as I've said, Grealish was there when the tough times were tough. And Pogba is not that sort of player. Pogba plays well when teams are playing well, right? I mean, why didn't Paul Pogba play as well as he's doing now, right? And people say injuries, COVID, fair play. But look at Bruno Fernandes, came in and everybody forgot about Paul Pogba. So my statements here are not to belittle Paul Pogba, but I think I'd still have Paul Pogba in my team, but it would have to be an ideal environment for him, right? And maybe that environment will still be there. Maybe they can still coexist, even though he seems to want to leave. But I'm not surprised that he's playing well now at a moment where United are playing extremely well. Because when they needed him, I don't think he was there at all times. And I think Jack Grealish, quite frankly, it doesn't matter, where his team is. He still plays well.
Okay, next one. Would you rather Mesut Ozil or Christian Eriksen?
This one I'm not going to spend as much time talking about because I don't think anybody cares. No, I think people do care about it. Look, I forget what Mesut Mesut Ozil is all about. I forget how he plays. Not that Christian Eriksen is playing a ton at Inter, but at least he's getting a few minutes here and there. He wants to play. He wants to start. He may be moving once again because he's surpassed the requirements. Where Mesut Ozil, is fighting his fight. You can't tell me that, his dream is to go to play for Fenerbahce. No disrespect, or, some of the other, rumors out there. So I think he's been comfortable with his contract situation. He seems to say that he wants to show Arsenal that he still belongs, but Arsenal obviously don't want him there. There's no platform for him to play. So I still think that Christian Eriksen would be a better bet. It'll still be a lot cheaper bet, I think, than Mesut Ozil. So I'm going to go with him.
All right, the last one. I wonder if age comes into it here. It's Harry Kane or Erling Haaland.
No, it won't, because look, I mean, the first thing you could say is, well, it's Kane's experience that does it for me. I look at Erling Haaland that has already showing at least the same sort of experience than Harry Kane, and he's got a lot more. He's got age, he's got size, he's got power, he's got ability to score every which way. Look, people say, well, it's a Bundesliga. Look at Champions League. I mean, the fastest player, I think, to get to 15 goals, or the 5, 10, and 15 goals, I think, in 12 games or whatever that is. This is Erling Haaland at the age of 19. Is he 19? I think he is. He's still 19. Getting to that level where he's scoring not just in the Bundesliga, and we see his importance for Borussia Dortmund when he was injured for a little bit. He comes in and again. So look, I have tons of respect for Harry Kane, obviously, but I think, when you look at somebody that's 19 and is doing the job of some of the best and most experienced players in the world already at this age, you have to say to yourself, this is the time that maybe you look at not just the upside, because the upside is unbelievable, but the present. I mean, he does exactly, if not more, what Harry Kane is doing, although Harry Kane's game is changing a little bit, right? Playing for Jose Mourinho, playing a little bit deeper, assisting, still capable of scoring. So look, we're talking about a special player here. At this moment, of course, time will tell, and we can't foresee that. But I wouldn't, by experience, I wouldn't even think twice between the two, and Erling Haaland would be my man.
Okay, so let's end it then. Would you rather chocolate or ice cream?
Ice cream. No, that doesn't take me that long, and it's a short answer. That's hard for me sometimes. But see, you put up with me, so that's why I appreciate this. Some
Good
don't.
choice. You could have chocolate ice cream.
True.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.